Hey man, stay safe world. You already know what's going on. We gotta talk about the situation with COWBOY, aka Nipsey Hussle's best friend, and Eric Holder, the killer of Nipsey Hussle allegedly, where COWBOY basically came out and testified against Eric Holder, man. It's super crazy. We gonna get right into it, but before we do, man, I'm gonna need y'all to like, comment, subscribe, and we're gonna talk about this whole situation which is basically unfolding right now in LA. So in case you didn't realize, Nipsey Hussle, he was a West Coast rapper, basically like a legend in the West Coast game, who was basically taken down and murdered in cold blood by this guy who goes by Shitty Cuz, who's aka Eric R. Holder. And basically this is like an ongoing case that the prosecutors are saying occurred because of like Eric Holder getting called, labeled a snitch by Nipsey Hussle, and then basically the dude killed him, and this happened in 2019, and there was like a dispute about what exactly happened, but it seems that COWBOY's basically setting the record straight on the whole situation. He explained it sort of on like No Jumper, but he actually went as far as like testifying against Eric Holder, which, if you don't know anything about like the game life, not even the gang lifestyle, but just like the streets lifestyle, that is something that's super crazy, because basically the whole incident occurred because of like Nipsey Hussle calling Eric Holder a snitch. And then I'm not saying that if I had seen my best friend killed, I would do the same thing, but you live by a different code when you're calling other people snitches. You know, it's kind of a pick and choose thing. You can't say that something is snitching because it's paperwork, but then go and testify on someone else. And it's like, do you even really need to testify on them? They got it all on like video and stuff. But basically, Nip's legal team, they just called a witness, a man who goes by the name COWBOY. COWBOY testified he heard the verbal exchange between Holder and Nipsey just minutes before the shooting. He says Nip told Holder, "You know, there's some paperwork floating around. I haven't read it, but you need to take care of it," which usually means police documents. COWBOY says Nipsey was never confrontational, never called Holder a snitch, as had previously been reported, but Holder responded by saying, "You hating on me." Nipsey Hussle's alleged murderer, Eric Holder Jr., is standing trial in Los Angeles. And then basically they're trying to say that after this situation, he left, came back, and shot him. And if you watch the No Jumper interview on it, COWBOY actually kind of goes into detail. He says that he said to him, like, I heard there's some paper. Before he even came, he said, I wonder how this is going to go. So when he came up to him, he said, like, there was some paperwork that basically allegedly showed him that he was snitching. And the dude said, basically, why you hated on me? And then COWBOY said that he went inside and he never really thought anything of it. And then the dude came back and killed Nipsey Hussle and stuff. And then he like basically died in COWBOY's hands. So it's super crazy, honestly, when you think about it like that. But I just feel like, I don't know, man, like, I'm not one to personally glorify this type of shit, and I don't really glorify the street shit at all, and I'm not trying to at all, because that's just not cool. But it's like, I feel like if you're picking and choosing about what snitching is or isn't, I don't really even know. I honestly don't know. Like, my question to the people who are about that shit is, testifying like against someone the same thing as snitching, or is it like a pass? Because it's like, I don't really know how you could point the finger at someone else for doing something and then end up doing it later. But you know, at the end of the day, I feel like for this rap shit, it doesn't really like matter like who is snitching or who isn't. It's really about who's liked the most. And like, I mean, honestly, the public opinion, the public, I don't really think really cares about shit about snitching really like that. Like, for the most part, people will look to like understand and justify it. I really feel like the street audience is really the people that end up caring, or the fucking white kids that be trolling and shit that have never really done anything or been in that type of situation in their lives. Not that it's something to be proud of, but it's like, man, like, I don't know, because it's a whole code. And it's just surprising to see that someone like that would not snitch, but like testify, because that would be considered snitching or whatever. But you know, it's going to be interesting to see. The murder trials basically started this week. I mean, like, it's basically a slam dunk case. Cowboy basically said also that the dude's eyes were red as fuck and he looked like he was high on crystal meth when he killed him. So I wouldn't be surprised if he was like high as fuck, out of his mind, hallucinating or something. That's what they said. So it's like, man, like I really don't really know which way this would go, and it seems like if he is willing to do that, I mean, like, it was his testimony even necessary at this point? I mean, not that I really even care, like, I really don't care whether or not he does or doesn't, but it's like, wouldn't you want to like try to not lose face or whatever, or have people looking at you crazy? Because it's like they already have like video surveillance of the dude doing it. I mean, like, I'm pretty sure they had enough evidence with or without him, but you know, honestly, I don't really even know. So it's gonna be interesting to see, man. Hey, let me know what y'all think. Real say shit. You already know what's going on. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace.